Hi guys, welcome back to the Session Talk Show, and we're so excited to be joined here with the co-owner of GO3 Orders, Ron. Hi.
Good morning, good morning. Hello. How are you doing?
We're doing good.
Thank you.
Welcome back, Carter.
Or Ron. I met him with at Phil and Derek.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
What y'all was doing at Philadelphia?
We were doing more tastings, talking about vodka, of course.
No, let me give you a proper introduction. So you are the co-owner of the #1 vodka here in Texas and the U.S., GO3 Vodka.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Welcome. So give us a little bit for those who don't know. And I saw you brought your bottles and shot glasses, guys.
Oh yeah. We have to taste it.
This morning?
Exactly. We have to. It's happy hour time somewhere, right?
Well, it does look like water, so maybe
We'll go for it. It's smooth. It's smooth.
Give us a little bit about your backstory.
Okay, well, definitely. First, thank you for having me here. I really enjoyed the opportunity. So, GO3 Vodka, as we call it, stands for General Orders Number 3 Vodka. And so, General Orders Number 3 are the orders that were read in Galveston on June 19th, 1865, by General Gordon Granger. And so, what those orders read were, the slaves in Texas are now free. The order of slavery was over at that time, and so the slaves in Texas weren't made aware, and the orders weren't enforced during the Emancipation Proclamation. But until that time, Juneteenth, that's when the slaves in Texas were free. That's why we celebrate Juneteenth now. It started as a Texas holiday, now it's a national holiday. So we just want to give homage and commemorate that time in Texas history with our Texas brand of vodka.
And you guys are like the #1 vodka for Juneteenth, right?
Yes, we are the official vodka of Juneteenth, the #1 vodka in the U.S. and in Texas. That winning many competitions.
Well, history.
Yeah, before we talked about the many accomplishments, because there is a many accomplishments. I'm so proud of your brand. Yeah, you came from an engineering background.
Yes.
Tell me the backstory about how did you get into the spirits or the wine and the vodka world?
Okay, yeah. So I have a background in engineering and technology, done that my whole career. But always I've done different events with a few of my friends to support the university we attended. So we've done events to support Prairie View A&M University, where I graduated from, and Texas Southern University. And so my partners were graduates from those universities. So we wanted to make a brand and something where we could give back to our universities.
So is your partner also PV or TTSU?
My TSU. Most of our partners are TSU alum.
And you?
I'm a Prairie View alum.
So
we always go back and forth. I always have the the love on that. So a few of us are PV alum and a few TSU, but we have a little fun banter always.
You guys give back to
yes.
the colleges, right?
Yes, indeed. So we knew we had to make a cause because HBCUs is where we got our foundation. So we want to keep a legacy going. And so because of the year 1865, we give 8.65% of our proceeds back to HBCUs. So we can keep that legacy going, keep the youth going to college and continuing.
Because I was like 8.6. How do they come?
Why that random number?
Yeah, they're trying to be tight. But it makes sense.
It commemorates our year of independence. Yes, indeed.
I'm like, why they do 10%?
No, good question.
Do y'all ever decide which college gets what, since you guys are different alums? Does it matter?
So in Texas, we give to both Prairie View and Texas Southern University. We've given scholarships for the last 2 years now. This year will be our 3rd year giving scholarships. And what we're doing as we grow the brand throughout the country, now we're in about 6 states on the shelves. So any state that has an HBCU there, we're going to give to those universities. Now for example, we're in DC, Maryland, Virginia area, so there's a lot of HBCUs in that area, so we're going to start giving to those as well. So wherever we go, make our footprint, we're going to continue to give back to the community.
So wholesome.
So your vodka here, it's award winning.
Yes.
And tell them about the awards, the accomplishments so far.
So in just 2 years of an existence, we were in the New York Spirit competition, where we won gold and 2 silver awards for taste and also for bottle presentation. And this past year in the U.S. Spirits rating competition, which is the highest one in the U.S., we got awarded the gold medal and also ranked #1 vodka in the world and #1 spirit in the U.S.
Excellent.
So it was a great year for us, and so we're definitely growing based on that, and we want to keep expanding as well.
So
That's
one more
fantastic.
question. It's the brand, the bottle. Tell us about when you guys first got the whole general look.
Okay.
The process.
Okay.
Because first impression counts, and when you look at it, it all makes sense.
Got it. Yeah, so we wanted a bottle that could tell the story. We knew we couldn't be here every time when someone sees the bottle on the shelf, so we wanted to kind of have a story on the shelf. So we did hire a consulting company, and we met with them for months and months to get that perfect bottle design, the height and shape we wanted. But we wanted to make sure of course we had our brand General Orders number 3 on the front, but we had the year 1865 of emancipation embossed on the front, and on the back we actually have the words from the General Orders number 3 that are inscribed on here that says that the slaves in Texas are free, and it has the year Juneteenth, 1865. A few other, it does talk on the bottle about how we give our proceeds to HBCUs, and it just talks about freedom and independence.
Exactly.
It's because it's not just a certain group of people. Freedom and independence is for everyone.
Everybody.
We all can celebrate independence.
Yeah, because when you look at the font, it's the Declaration of Independence font.
Yes, yes.
And it makes perfect sense, which when the Major General Granger basically in 1865 declared it. It all makes sense. You have a really good look at it. Congratulations.
We wanted to make sure we had, when you see it on the shelf, you say, "Ooh, that's a sexy bottle." That was the goal. That was the goal.
It tells a great story. It really does.
Yes.
I never knew alcohol could be so educational.
See, yeah, right. It's history in a bottle. History in a bottle. There you go.
Like, so what do y'all do? I want to get to the nitty gritty. What
Okay.
do y'all do all day as far as, this business? Are you tasting all day? Y'all getting drunk? What y'all do?
Oh, so no, we're it's business development. We're
Okay.
growing the brand. So
Okay.
our goal is to, of course, we're a Texas brand, so we want to take over Texas.
Oh.
So we're trying to get in every market we can, every restaurant, bar, lounge, hotel. So we're always trying to grow the business, get new accounts. We have representatives in every major city across Texas doing tastings all the time.
Gotcha.
And so, because we know, there's so many vodkas, there's so many spirits.
Right.
Well, the key to it, you have to really taste it. And we say, we want to put the liquor to the lips. So, once you taste it, and we don't want you to fall in love with the bottle or the story,
Yeah.
the taste. That's what's going
Yeah.
to keep you to continue to buy more and more.
It looks good, but does it taste good?
Does it taste good?
Yeah,
That's the key. And so
absolutely.
it's got to be smooth. It has to be smooth. So I'll tell you our main ingredients we use is potato, sweet potato, and corn. And so it's a different blend. It's a unique blend, and we wanted to make sure that we had the smoothness of those three, and so we imported all of those ingredients. And in our distillery, we have a secret proprietary mix, but it is super smooth and ultra smooth, no bite or burn, and it doesn't leave a hangover as well.
So do you taste the sweet potato?
So it does. You don't taste the sweet potato, but I think I would describe it on the sip as it goes down. You have a hint of sweetness. So it's not a flavor,
okay.
but a little hint of sweetness, and it's
Okay.
just ultra smooth.
Because I love sweet potatoes. They're good in fiber.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes,
Can't
it
be
is.
drinking all that.
You're looking for a good excuse, right?
So Ron, what's the biggest accomplishment so far since I've seen you last year?
Let's see. Since we talked last year, I think I would just say expansion. We're now in the state of Washington State, Oregon, Maryland,
You know what? That
D.C.,
is a
Virginia.
Good
Uh-oh.
question.
Okay, Kai, what's
But
up?
we gotta wrap it up.
Okay,
real quick. We
okay.
gotta pay some bills, go to commercial
All
break,
right.
and we will be right back with Ron with GO3 Vodka. Hey guys, welcome back to the Session Talk Show. We are joined here with Ron Lockett with GO3 Vodka, and Rose and Ron were talking when we left earlier about, what were you asking him?
It's like you guys are all on spec stores, and there's 175.
Yes.
How did you get that deal to happen?
So it was a lot of work as far as going in, talking to management, talking to ownership and specs, setting up tastings. And so how it really works to get in a major retailer like that is they'll start and say, okay, we'll give you 3 locations, and you have tastings there. Based on those sales, we'll grow and buy more. We'll expand to other stores. So we really had to sell those 5 bottles first in each location. Then they bought a case of 12, and they started expanding more and more.
Did you guys start at 3 locations initially?
Well, I think we started at only the Houston locations.
Okay.
So we started there. We kind of
How
as a
many
test.
locations were there?
That's probably about 20 in the Houston
But how
area.
did you start there? Like, how did you just out the gate start at 20 specs locations?
Well, our distributor helped get us in there. We have a
Okay,
national
gotcha.
distributor that we
Oh,
use,
gotcha.
and just going in and telling them our story, just like I'm telling you all. And
so the specs individually owned? Are they franchised or?
So they're a franchise, and there are some that are individually owned. So there's a mix between the two.
Okay.
Yeah, there is a mix.
Cool. But what I bet you it was what's happened with is that when they taste this smooth vodka, they said, yeah.
I think that's what it was, Rose. I think that was it. Yes.
Not yet.
Not yet.
See if I get ready.
She ready to go. Her and her husband need a date night. What's your husband's name?
Aaron.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. No, so it really just takes time. You have to really prove yourself to get into the specs and into the Total Wine. So we were able to prove ourselves, and we're at every Total Wine location in Texas and every spec.
Wow,
so it just
that's
takes that time to keep growing.
Do you go in and pitch personally, or do you have someone who pitches for you?
Oh no, it's us. It's us.
You and
Our partnership team. We go in
wow.
ourselves and we pitch it. Yes,
Okay,
indeed.
so engineer to sales and marketing.
Pretty much. You have to. You have to. We like to talk. You have to be a people person and
Yeah,
really.
sure.
And what it is.
And easy on the eyes.
It's it all works together. It all works together. But you have to have an authentic brand that you trust yourself.
For sure.
And so when you trust it, I know the brand is the best.
Good for
No,
you.
we knew this. We made it, and so we were able to go in and say, okay, we can prove it to everyone else.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, when you've had your first recipe
Uh-huh.
of this, right? Tell that process, because I know you have to distill it, you have to go through this whole process.
Right.
It doesn't just happen overnight.
Exactly. It took us a total of 2 years from our idea and conception to actually get on the shelf. It was a 2-year process. And so, yeah, one of the big ones was getting that right formula and that mix. So we had the potatoes flown in from North Carolina. Sweet potatoes from North Carolina, potatoes from Idaho, and the corn all shipped to our distillery here in Houston. And so we told them the mix we wanted, and they were making just constant taste tests for us. So we spent a lot of time going in testing.
Yeah.
We brought our friends in and said, come check this out. And so we had to make different tweaks and changes. So it took a while to get to that perfect blend.
For sure. So those people who at the distillery, they're like scientists, right?
Pretty much, yeah, kind of chemists or scientists, because they,
that's what I'm
and they
saying.
keep our exact percentage formula.
Yeah.
And yes, indeed.
So what made you guys decide on the sweet potato and corn?
So why sweet potato? We get that question all the time. It's very rare to have a sweet potato, vodka, or any spirit. So going back to our history of Juneteenth and slavery and emancipation, one of the crops that our ancestors harvested was yams. And now coming back from Africa and even coming to the U.S. And so we wanted something that we could relate to here in the U.S. It's sweet potato is what we have available here. And so we said, okay, we need to make this something authentic.
Gotcha.
It resonates with our brand, and so we wanted sweet potato to be a part of that. And so that's why we chose it. We researched and found it was very rare product, in vodka, and it makes it super smooth. So it worked out great.
You are educating me. So I thought sweet potatoes and yams were the same thing. Are they not?
Yes, they're the same, but different based on the environment. They grow in different climates.
Gotcha.
So here,
Growing up, yams.
Yes, we call it.
Potato pie,
They're really synonymous. They're really synonymous, but yeah, they're interchangeable.
Okay.
But sweet potatoes are more easily accessible here in the U.S.
Sure.
So what's next for you and the brand?
So we want to keep expanding. I'd say probably in Texas, we're at about 500 or 600 retailers, restaurants. We want to keep growing our footprint in Texas. We want to take over Texas.
Okay.
We want to be a household name. We're on the shelves in about 6 states. We shipped all over the U.S. We want to grow our footprint, so we're on the shelves in every state. So we're slowly moving to larger markets. We're thinking of markets like California, Georgia, Florida, where we can, have a greater footprint. But our goal is to be a household name in the U.S. where everyone knows GO3 Vodka.
That's amazing. Have you guys had any? I'm sorry, Rose. Have you guys had any challenges? Like, I hear a lot of the success, but can you share any challenges that you guys have had?
Yeah, definitely. Of course, with any new brand, you have to get the word out. It is very tough being a new brand. People have, I know Rose is a vodka drinker, so her and her husband have their vodka they've been drinking. She likes the Russian vodka, her husband. So we have to convince them, okay, let's try this. So it's really hard, for human nature. We want to drink what we're used to. We want to eat what we're used to. So changing that mindset for a new brand. And of course, just growing and expanding, it takes a lot of funds, you know. So we're always trying to raise money and keep the funds going, and so that's a challenge with a new business. Always raising the capital to keep expanding. Yes, indeed.
So there's 2 Juneteenth events that's happening in Houston. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes. So I know I'm working with you all at the session. You're going to be at the Roof in Sugar Land for Juneteenth, and I was invited to come out and participate with you all, and I was excited that for the opportunity. So definitely be at the Roof in Sugar Land on Juneteenth, and doing some tastings there and showcasing the brand. Also, our partnership team will be at the Marriott Marquis in downtown Houston as well, having a tasting and talking about the brand as well throughout the day and evening on Juneteenth. So those are 2 of the events we're doing where you can go out, taste GO3, learn about the brand, and and just enjoy the spirits.
Yeah. Do you guys, speaking of like places like the Roof, do you guys also pitch like to lounges and clubs and bars? And
Yes, indeed. So we're always trying to meet with the owners and bar managers of lounges and clubs, and just trying to expand our footprint.
For sure.
Definitely.
Well, this has been very enlightening, Ron. We appreciate you for coming by. Please tell our viewers where they can find your products.
Oh,
Other
yes.
than specs, but just more information about you.
Okay. Well, definitely you can find us from any viewers watching online. You can find us on our website, www.go3vodka.com. From there, you can buy the product right online. We'll ship it right to your front door anywhere in the U.S. And so the prices are very reasonable. It's under $30 for a bottle, so it's very reasonably priced. And you can follow us on social media at GO3Vodka on all platforms. But we love the support, and thank you so much for having me on the show.
Yay. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Bye.